Why put some stuff instead of- Right.
No,
Yeah, it does.
no, it doesn't.
Really?
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, we can't get everybody.
Yeah, but where's the everybody?
There's nothing in the law that
Just
says.
put it on the way, that way it gets. Basically, on the window.
Where do y'all want?
Oh, I shut the lid.
I'm not gonna do
The
that.
air's fine, I guess. It'd be.
I just need to have the microphone close.
That's good.
All right, let's open the meeting and last month's.
Sorry, I think got that stupid stuff though.
And you got her.
First time doing this, but I live at 110 First Street in Vancouver Mobile Home. And the brick home behind me has a partial privacy fence. Supposed to be a whole one, but it's all falling down. There's two big pieces that are falling over into my yard, just barely off the ground. I have a couple pictures of it. I've asked them if they could move it, stable. I can't go my yard because I have to move the fence. I mean, I got smacked in the head the last time I pushed it up, started in the yard. Two big pieces come at me. I don't have much chance. And then the weeds are just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You can step out on a hot day and you can just see the bugs swarming. Mosquitoes are crazy. And I've tried to ask them if they could do something. And the last time I asked them to do something about the fence, they sent their son. Discouragement. I was sitting up there, had a little campfire. I don't drink, none of that. He come over, called me everything there was, and leave his parents alone. And I told him, I said, no, I did it. That's when, gets his fence. It's going to end up falling all the way over. And I personally can't pick it up. Stroke, there's just no way. I can't talk to them now because I don't want that problem. The last thing I want is, huge. Can't live, but he just came out of nowhere. Just
Mary Gray was like.
I just didn't want to go through it anymore. I thought maybe the town could, tell them that is on Vance's property, which is my, I can't even mow the yard, and, the weeds and the bugs are just terrible. They got cars parked everywhere, all the way up to their front porch. I don't know if they run. I've never seen them run, but you got weeds growing all up around them. It's just ugly.
It's right in there, yeah.
There's only two houses actually on College. It'd be the brick one on the north side.
They just bought it a couple years ago.
Well, I mean, we could send them a nuisance ordinance and tell them that once that picked up.
I'm not trying to stir trouble.
No, that's not supposed to. They've needed it for.
First, they should
Yeah, you're exactly right.
solve carrying diseases, man.
Nope, we can send them a nuisance ordinance and tell them to get it cleaned up, fence fixed. They come down here and talk to us next month.
He shows up. Come up here. Go away. Leave me alone. I'm not bothering anybody. My campfire was small, no music, think about myself.
Yeah, we'll send them a nuisance order and try to get it taken care of. No problem. Thanks for coming in. All right, Mary Lou and Gary.
And right behind my house is a large tree and half of it's dead. And I'm pretty sure it's in the alleyway. So I called the courthouse. They said, well, that's unincorporated. That's owned by the town. So I've gotten estimates to have it cut. It's very expensive. So I didn't know if the town could do something. Is it in the alleyway? If so, can they at least just cut the dead part out of it? It's hanging over my house. It's gonna fall and tear the back room of my house off. It's, the dead part is hanging right, it's making me nervous.
I don't blame you.
So, I mean, I've had Bobby Bass come and give me an estimate. I mean, he was really high and I can't afford that.
You say it's really high, what?
3,600. Of course, this was last year, it's probably more. And I thought, well, it's right, the tree is right by the water meter, so I'm pretty sure it's in the alley. If you can't cut it, at least just trim it out so it don't hit my house. Okay.
So you can probably get different estimates too, I would think.
What's that?
You know, get other quotes from somebody, I mean.
Right, and I don't know, that's the only one I knew of.
Can't think what tree, I don't know what that is.
Yes, that tree is really like one of the only trees back, that tree was there when her dad moved here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's outlived its life and one whole big limb on this end facing towards the south. One of these days it's gonna come off and take that room off.
I don't know, I don't know, they're in the end.
Just part of the easement, isn't it?
Didn't need, you go look at it. I'm back in the report to you guys, whatever.
It's fine with me. You'd know.
Really, all those streets in alleyway, I mean, they're in all the lines have grown through all those trees. I don't know what you did back there. Wow.
Trees out of easements, I mean,
Just walk by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
basically your yard, we have to reserve the right for utilities to run through there. There's no reason why it's an easement for sewer, water, and whatever have you, so. It's an easement for a right of way, would be my understanding. So it'd be, it's still your property. It's just, we have we reserve the right to maintain our infrastructure, so to speak. Unless I'm misspeaking, but.
Yeah, because actually her line only goes to the fence. I mean, that's her boundary.
And the tree's half mile. I don't know, then I don't know who.
Am I thinking right, Jay, or?
Yeah, I mean, we don't, I mean, it's an easement, apply to the easement for us to have utilities, but I mean, I'll go look at it. See if it's
Will we
gonna,
be able to tell on Beacon?
it's not accurate.
Yeah.
Beacon's not accurate. Yeah, I mean, it's really not our lane. I mean, if it's our lane, then we're gonna go through and survey, and if your fence is on it, then you're gonna pay to move your fence. Except your, I mean, that's my opinion on an easement. If we're gonna classify those as ours and have to maintain them, then we're gonna get them surveyed and we'll put a fence up down through there where nobody can use them.
Got that on the south side of my house, so.
Right.
Or the easement.
But I'll go look at it and see if it's gonna damage our utilities or whatever.
So I
I'll go look at it tonight and I will, I'll report back to them at the next meeting.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mike, you wanna do?
Yeah, okay. Honestly, getting this last month. Water Solutions did show up and looked at the chemical room. The plan is to basically etch the floor and then seal it and epoxy it. They're trying to get a hold of some quote unquote local concrete guys to have them come and do it. Who that will be, they're said they were talking to 3 different companies. I have no idea who they're talking to. I guarantee it's not going to be the one that's most expensive. So I hope it. I mean, I'm not familiar with any of the guys up here, so I have to get our approval before they get with you guys. But let's see. I have nothing to do with that part of it. But
What?
Bardos.
Yes.
you can give me that information. I'd pass it along to them just to make sure that. But so when they come and do this, I have no idea. I mean, I don't know if it's before Christmas or not. I mean, we've been dealing with this phosphate since February, so. And I'm not going to make any promises when this might get done, but it'll get done. The phosphate is moving along. We're just waiting on a recovery letter, and then all of that, part of that, Gary's going to have to sign off because I have to have an engineer sign off on it. So I don't know what's going to tell them because I haven't seen it yet.
So we're not currently adding phosphates yet?
No. Yeah, that's all I have.
Bruce.
My air drying system. The air mod runs off of compressed air. All the controls are air. It's a pneumatic system. The air compressor has a drying system, and I've been having problems with it. Monday when I came in, it kept discharging air. It's an automatic purge valve. It kept purging air, and obviously it ran all night that way because when I came in the next morning, those compressors were hot. And there's no ventilation in that room. That room's all closed up, no windows, nothing open. There's no way to, so I've been propping the door open. I don't know, we might have to look into that, figure out something there. But anyway, I had to contact Aeromod. Of course, it wasn't an Aeromod part. They installed it, but it was manufactured by Tsunami. So then I had to call them. So basically, I've got parts coming this week. If it don't work, then I'm trying to find somebody to support it. I don't have anybody yet. You usually don't have compressors at a wastewater plant. This is kind of and this drying system is it's sophisticated.
Equipment.
Aeromod. It is part of Aeromod. They installed it.
I think they've been there one, you no longer.
No,
That's what I was gonna say. It's been there.
no, they looked it up. And she told me it wasn't working. Anyway, I think the parts were $400 that they're sending me, so
Then you got
hopefully that'll work. Huh?
to find someone to put them on. Okay.
If it doesn't work, then did Troy give me information of a guy that takes care of compressors? If they're approved to do tsunami drying systems or not, but I'm still looking.
All right, Jay.
I don't have lots of locates this month. We went to the trailer court, cleaned a bunch of meters, vacuumed a bunch of those meters out in there. they're so low, they just fill up every time we get rainwater, they just fill up. So you have to get them cleaned out so you can read the meters, turn them off. You turn them off 4 or 5 times a month. We put that new meter in after the last month, after our last discussion down there. And I don't remember what her number was when we were at meters, but it was significantly high. So, and it's not going down.
Yeah, I called her and told her that, and that was 700 gallons, of course, she went off and the other me.
So it's not.
I don't know.
It's not a lot. The normal stuff, we got the meter that keeps them.
They did put it in?
Yep.
I was gonna ask you about that.
We're
I bet.
going to change a lot of stuff around. But it's in.
Good deal. I didn't really care, but state board of accounts did.
So yes, it's in.
So can you repeat what you just said again?
The meter keystone.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, just everyday maintenance stuff, whatever.
So I'll need to add in your account, you have like the meter number and all that.
I gave them.
Oh. That's it.
Nothing else other than that. I'll meet with Gary tomorrow. Find out when they're gonna come pave our roads.
Josh, you got anything?
I don't think so.
Tammy?
Just that I won't be at the next meeting, so you know. My son's getting married, so I'm gonna be there.
You there? I think I have a couple things. I don't know if you guys are gonna talk of this either, but it's the raw water line to Keystone. We put it in price that will be about $128.5. And the other thing, I got to have another meeting this month. For the water project.
Do what?
We're going to have another meeting somewhere along this month for the water
Executive
project.
session?
Huh?
An executive session.
Yes.
When are you thinking? Because I'm on vacation this month.
Meeting to talk about what?
Well, what's the water project? We're going to go ahead with there.
Will have to be a public meeting, and it can't be executive session.
Well,
Yeah, we're supposed to find out about the funding. Christie.
yes, because we're 15th on the list. Are supposed to get some funding. And we don't know what till they call.
Supposed to be fun.
She told me within the next 2 weeks
When did you talk to her?
today.
Oh, today. Oh, okay.
She called me today.
But you.
Not till they call. I know what they're asking for, but
There's nothing, I know we need some stuff done, but I'm nervous about this whole getting a new tower and bumping up that pressure because I don't have the money to go fix a bunch of water leaks. Here every day for 2 months, the way we live in are.
You're ready to control the pressure, or is it because the size of the tank it creates more pressure?
Pressure rate would change.
I know
Yes,
that.
that could be very. Here, you want to go. One thing.
Back to last week.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll be back that week.
We all want to here.
Can we ask Christie if it can be discussed at the next meeting, or does it have to be in July?
I'm gonna be at the next meeting.
I think that-
Maybe it has to be done before then.
Is it- Yeah, I haven't heard, so I didn't know.
29th. For some reason.
But they gotta talk to everybody in front of us first, so that's why it could be up to 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks is the week I'm gone, so.
What we've already got. I'm not saying they can't call yet this week.
I am definitely gone from the 19th to the 27th. We're going to Yellowstone.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I have. Oh, I made a mistake. You'll get a bill for Bruce's bug zappers next month.
Okay, yeah, I'm confused on what I've gotten from Hillsborough Hardware.
Because I billed it to someone else. Not paid for it. I tried.
This isn't it?
Nope, I billed it to the wrong account.
Okay, so
That is it though.
Oh.
That is a receipt. I just billed it to the wrong, so it's on this next month.
okay, this is the amount that, okay, because it wasn't driving with what I got from Hillsborough Hardware, and I was like, well, mention it because I would have forgotten.
Found that out.
Numbers were not adding up at all, and I meant to call the neighbors. Okay, she just said, I've already talked to Brian about this. Okay, well, sorry, I just didn't know. SRF has not made their offer yet, but there will be a special meeting. I don't know when SRF will make the call to Brian. It'll be within the next 2.5 weeks. SRF is making calls now for the first 1 through 10 on the list. We're number 15, so we have to wait for those first 1 through 10 to accept or deny the offer for them to keep going down the list.
I'll keep that in mind. I mean, we're saying do the waiting list to make a decision then.
Call in. So you can call.
Right now,
I guess no, not with Christie. Yes, we could.
What do you mean, have me from vacation? Well, as long as I'm not, we're not service. Yeah, I mean, you could always, if we need to do it, but
Not totally sure we're going to the August meeting. So I'm not sure we can.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, as long as we have a quorum, it doesn't matter.
All right, Kendall, you're up.
Oh, I have Gary's no letter. As far as the wastewater generator, Mark Jackson is in the process of coordinating a date. Did you just talk about this? Same thing. And coordinating a date for the generator representative, pump representative, and self to meet on site, see what needs to happen to get the generator to start the pump. It's been difficult to coordinate a date that works for both parties. I touched on the CCMG meetings tomorrow at 10. We've already received the funds. We got those on the 25th of June. And then he's talking about we're number 15 on the Q1 2026 project list. He said, per communication with Steve Brock, Kingman medium household income is very low, about $30,130. The project has a high environmental need. Yes, it scored number 15 on the PPL, but only 2 projects above it have post-project user fees that exceed $65, so it has a very good chance of getting grant money. However, the total cost of the projects above exceeds $557 million. So I don't think we'll get subsidized loan funds, traditional loan funds, which means that we should get grant funding and pool loan funding. So we should hear it run off in the next few days. That's any new information. Buckshot said you will have to have a special meeting to approve or deny the offer, but I have no idea when SRF is going to. So we're at the mercy of them. So I don't know how, you just have to have 48-hour notice for an executive session, so. But you can't make a decision in executive sessions. So,
It's gonna be a public meeting.
It
yeah,
has to be a public meeting. How long do you have to have a notice for
you have to
that?
have 10-day notice and get it in the paper,
Mhm.
and there's no time, because you have to have it like Monday, the week prior for it to come out on the following Thursday. So there's not even enough time in July to get the public notice when you don't know. They can't make these rules for us and get us in this box, but then not make it impossible to meet the standards. Whatever. Oh, I just put a note in here that I thought the tap fees were an income for the utility, but Jay charged us the tap fee and we paid Jay, and then Bobby paid us. So it came out zero, but I thought it was an income for the tap.
I mean, it could be, you could charge more than what Jay charges.
So you charge a tap fee and we charge a tap fee.
I just charged for the labor to do it. I didn't charge the tap. I just charged for.
But I paid you a tap fee. I paid the tap fee to you as well. You see what I mean? I'll grab the invoice out.
Yeah,
I just want to be sure we're on the same page. I was confused when you charged us and then we charged Bobby, but the town didn't make any money on the tap fee. But he also paid his labor. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get the invoice out, and then
you get paid.
right.
Well, the town pays for it, tapping the main and tapping the main.
Okay, so that's your fee to us for tapping the main. Okay, so we just got paid back for it. And then I had brought this up last time. I don't know if he's still around. He's moving to Alabama, but he still has farm or hunting ground here. Kenneth Fulton that lives in State Street, a couple houses from the gas station, asked about the guardrails in the woods. And do you know who's drugged the? There's been a lot of cutting, and they drug some mattress springs out into the park yard. I don't either.
They drove from the park, and the park committee that we have has the authority to call the cops and say we want to press charges and do all that.
No, I just wondered. I mean, I don't know if Yorks were cutting the woods back or something.
First thing that it's that
The council called and after proceeding with charges, he said that no, he can't proceed with charges because he was told that from the park committee that they was not gonna charge it yet. Was that not word for word what I was told, Josh?
Correct.
some kids, I don't know, donuts or whatever they were doing.
In the grass or the parking?
It was on Facebook, so, but by the, horseshoe pits.
Oh,
The park committee said that they wouldn't press charges, everybody from the town will press charges because they know.
It wasn't brought to the town board.
I was gonna say, I didn't. Well, we haven't formed a park board, so they don't have any. That's all I had. I think.
It's too busy tonight. Yeah. Say we sign the bills and adjourn the meeting then. Guys, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Who seconded?
I'll do guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. 10 o'clock. Probably didn't see here. I need to tell them.
It's a